Hello everyone. This is going to be an update video that I will talk about. Main reason I'm talking about it, instead of just simply commenting or so, it's an ongoing debacle with YouTube that I've had for the past 7 years and never been able to resolve. So, I chose to, and I've said this before on my other previous channels, that I would answer these comments by means of just taking a video or so. Just some like voice documentation, if you will, So, this doesn't count as there's not going to be a music video later for about 1 to 2 weeks because I have a family friend over who I am currently visiting, and he does not visit the house much, so I took it upon myself to take a brief hiatus and to visit him. Now, do not be afraid. I may not be putting songs up right at this time, but I'm coming up with plenty of new ideas because I have instituted or am wanting to over the duration of this break that I'm taking to really spice things up for the channel while it's still in the early stages of development. So, not only have I been putting in new ideas for what will be new compositions later on, but I am also instituting a much more bigger makeover of the instruments and what actually I use in the basement where I write all my stuff to put into action in later videos. I'm not going to tell you what they specifically are, but I will give you some small specifics on them, because I think these are better as kept a surprise, and I think once you see what I do have and what is slowly coming to fruition, I think that you would agree the same thing too. So, excuse me 1 second. So what I'm looking for is some amplification equipment to replace currently, some new instruments that I can master and write on, some new combinations that I can also, implement with the instruments I do have, and, I think there will be far more that you will be expecting than what I can actually think of, because, these instruments are big and small, inexpensive to expensive, and, what have you. And I think that if I kept this as a surprise, that you would also find it worth the wait, should I say. Now, I haven't started yet, but since this has just begun, there is still time to insert all of this and make it a very worthwhile experience. There is a foreign instrument that I am wanting to learn that I will also get, and I will be getting new amplification equipment, as I said, and I will be instituting kind of a restructure of how I write my compositions, and maybe doing more combination efforts with a bunch of things, maybe working with people later on, and so forth. I figured that this was only right to institute in the channel's early stages of rebuilding what it's supposed to be. This music that's on this channel is very diverse, uses plenty of instruments, written in a simple, probably not simple, but written in a good way, comes from my heart, and for all of you to enjoy. And I appreciate all of you liking the videos and, appreciating the work that I do. It may look like it's simple because I'm self-taught and don't know how to read music and can just compose something, but it really is not. And especially attaining the instruments and putting the work that has gone into this channel already, it has not been as easy as one would expect. I've been wanting to find a way to present my music for several years, because I guess I was I guess, somewhat famous in school. I played for my church choir, but I think that I could have written my songs, used more instruments, and gone a little further than that. So that's what I've decided to do, and my cousin gave me inspiration to start this. So, I appreciate you guys liking the content. I hope you will continue to enjoy, and I hope you will enjoy these new updates just as much as I will. I'm very excited to institute these changes. My goal of this channel is to kind of bring the vintage back and the ethnicity within, because of these, some instruments I'm getting will be foreign, not known to here, but I'm more than excited to try them, and a bunch of new effects and whatnot, new software and all that. I definitely am excited to really make this music channel far-reaching than probably, I don't want to say any, because I know there's probably some that do, but I kind of want to make it good for what it is. Like, it's orienting to vintage, embracing the ethnicity behind it, and coming from my heart and written in probably other styles that people probably wouldn't play these instruments as. I think that it will be one of the biggest changes, but one of the most influential type of changes that I think you and I will enjoy seeing together. I want the best for this channel, and I kind of like where this is going. I don't like much modern music, and I think that more music should be... This is just opinion, so if you do not like my opinion, that is okay, you may have your own. But I miss the old mechanical music and when people actually wrote stuff on new wave. And the techno stuff is just taken over. Granted, I use some new instruments, but I love the old synth, that where it all started in like the 70s when Moog and, Korg, pretty much all those major brands were in the picture. And that's pretty much what I'm trying to embrace here. Notice all the old instruments that I use. So, this is just all a change within, and, I'm not going to make any promises toward anything, but this is something that I would love to get into, and I'm not telling anyone what it exactly is yet. I think surprises would be good for the channel, but you will see videos in due course. Maybe not necessarily when I ramp operations back up on the channel, but you will see them in due course. And I really think that you will appreciate them as much as I do. And I think that this 2 to 3 week or 1 to 2 week break will kind of let me free roam on these ideas and see what I can get, and see what maybe I can't get, see what will work, see what probably won't. Remember, I make a lot of these decisions pretty thoroughly. I want to make sure I'm doing what's good for the channel. Some may have not been the best for the channel in its early start. Maybe I've made that mistake. I think everyone makes mistakes, and you just roll along with it, brush it off your shoulder, and start again. I probably have done that, but I think that going forward, this will be one of the biggest transformations my channel so far has went through within the due course of being created. So, I'd like to thank the people who are subscribed from the bottom of my heart for listening and enjoying my content, and I hope you will continue to in the future, because this is only the start. And I also thank you for the people who commented nice things. I'd be willing to work with anyone. I appreciate the nice comments you give me about my music. It really makes me feel good. I think someone kind of sees the message within each music video that I do produce. Again, it's to embrace the vintage, one of my favorite eras of time in music. And if you enjoy that, I'm glad you can. And for people who probably aren't so familiar, I hope I can change that thought. So, this video is going to drag on too long, but I thank you for all this stuff that you do. And, keep watching my videos. I think you will enjoy them as they go on. and I will be back in about a couple weeks with new stuff. Take care, everyone. Have a nice day.